Rainbow Mountain. I had heard about it so much before I went to Peru, and I'll be honest, I was equally excited and equally nervous because when a tour says 12 hours, starting at 6 in the morning and ending at 6 in the evening, that's a full day commitment. And at 5,000 meters above sea level, your body is going to have opinions about it. But here's the thing that nobody told me before heading there, that you don't actually have to hike it. And skipping that hike was genuinely the best decision I made in all of Peru. So let me take you through the whole day. The good, the exhausting, and the absolutely exhilarating. Our pickup was at 6 AM from Plaza de Armas in Cusco. They came in one of those big tempo traveler vans, and honestly, at that hour, most of us were still half asleep. The drive to Rainbow Mountain is close to 4 hours each way, so mentally prepare yourself for that. It is a long day before the adventure even begins. But somewhere along the way, they stopped at this little roadside spot where you could grab fresh bread straight out of the oven. And I know that sounds like a small thing, but at 6 AM in the mountains with cold air hitting your face, that warm bread was everything. Genuinely one of those small travel moments I keep thinking about. Then there was another stop for lunch, a buffet that was included in the tour. Nothing fancy but decent and filling, and honestly exactly what you need before you get to the mountain, because trust me, you want fuel in your body for what comes next. Oh, and one more thing. They told us at lunch gloves were mandatory for the ATV portion of the tour. We didn't have any, so we bought a pair right there, and I cannot stress enough, do not skip the gloves. The wind at that altitude is not playing around. And then we arrived at the base of the mountain. And that's when it hits you. Just how high up you actually are. The air is thin. The landscape looks almost unreal. And there in front of you are the ATVs lined up and ready to go. Now here's the thing. Most people hike Rainbow Mountain, and I fully respect that. It's a bucket list hike, and if that's your thing, absolutely do it. But we chose the ATV route, and I will stand by that decision forever. Okay, let's talk about the ATV ride because wow. The moment you start going up the mountain on an ATV, the wind in your face, it's a feeling that I can't explain. The massive landscape opening up around you, it's beautiful. I just started grinning and I could not stop. It's about 25 minutes ride up, and every single minute of it felt the most alive I have in all of Peru. If you are even slightly considering an ATV ride up the Rainbow Mountain, do it. Just do it. Do not overthink it. Just do it. And then you get there, and the colors are just real. Like you've seen the photos 100 times and you still somehow don't fully believe it until you're standing there looking at these actual stripes of red, green, and yellow running across the mountains. Can you guess how many there are? Now I will say this, and I think it's actually important to say. The colors in person are more muted than what you see on Instagram or maybe even in this video. More pastel, more natural, and honestly, that made me appreciate it more. because it wasn't this oversaturated filter version of a place. It was just a real mountain that actually looks like that. Because our tour was timed, we pretty much had the mountain mostly to ourselves, which was such a gift. No fighting for photos, no crowds blocking the view. Just us, the mountain, some very unbothered llamas, and genuinely one of the most surreal landscapes I ever stood in. We took photos, we soaked it in, and yes, I got my passport stamped. Though quick tip on that, get it stamped on a postcard or a travel notebook instead of an actual passport. Some countries consider unofficial stamp an issue for future travels, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so let me give you the honest breakdown if you're planning this. The day is super long, like genuinely long, starting at 6 a.m. in the morning, ending at 6 p.m. in the evening. It's a full day activity. The bed is the only thing I could think of after we came back. So go in knowing that it's going to be an exhausting day, and you are going to spend most time traveling to the destination and coming back from it and not on the mountain itself. For altitude, we took coca leaves. There are lots of vendors selling it around Plaza de Armas. You can also get it at street shops around the place. It's a traditional Andean remedy and it genuinely works. But take it before you actually head up and not after you start feeling the symptoms. That's the best way to avoid the symptoms as well. ATV versus hiking. If you're genuinely somebody who loves a good physical challenge and wants the full hiking experience, hike it. But if you are somebody who's looking to do something different and want to feel that adrenaline rush and honestly just have like a ridiculous amount of fun, then ATV is the good way to go for it. For tours like this, make sure you buy your gloves in Cusco or bring something of your own. There are the ones at the mountain that you can find with local vendors are fine, but they're not going to be the best ones or the ones that you actually are looking to love. There are going to be a few options and that's all the ones that you're going to get. They're genuinely not priced too high. Carry your own if it's something that you can easily do. We forgot ours, so we ended up buying some there. We actually got some leg warmers as well. It was the best decision to buy the leg warmers as well because when you are going up, it gets really cold. But gloves are mandatory, so you will have to buy it. Otherwise, they're not going to let you on ATV. Timing wise, go in shoulder season. You are going to meet fewer crowds. If you do go in peak season, expect it to be busier and plan accordingly. The drive back is another 3 hours, and I won't lie to you, it's a lot. But at that point, your body is tired, the altitude has done its thing, and you're ready for a shower and a horizontal surface. But somewhere on that drive back, looking out the window at the Andean landscape going past in late afternoon light, I just felt this really quiet kind of happy. The kind you get after a day that genuinely delivered on everything it promised. Rainbow Mountains is one of those places that can easily be overhyped, and somehow it just isn't. It lives up to it. The colors are spectacular, the landscape is wild, and if you do end up doing an ATV ride, you're going to have the time of your life. Just pack your gloves, eat a big lunch, and mentally commit to the full day. It's so worth it. If you're planning a trip to Peru and want to know what I got up to in Machu Picchu, Cusco, traveling Lima solo, stick around because there's a whole Peru series coming right after. And I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!